Well, howdy guys, how's it going? So we are finally able to get out on a nice, beautiful, extremely wet and rainy day. It's been raining for about the past 24 hours and just taking its break between doing torrential downpours and this slow, steady rain that we got going on right now. I wasn't for sure what exactly it is that I wanted to do, and then I'd almost forgot, but this nightcat lay flat hammock I've had set up here in the mountains for over a month, because with this type of design I was just really curious about how the pole system and stuff could handle, you know, high winds and rain and stuff over an extended period of time. So it's been up like straight up for well over 30 days through rain and high winds and stuff. The rain flies fine. The pole system is what I was really curious about, seeing how it would hold up, but it is doing just fine. I brought this 6 a.m. tarp to throw over just so that we would have ourselves a bit of awning space, and in all fairness I could have brought the one that's a lot smaller. It was a bit of a hassle rigging this thing up, plus we are going to have to play around with the adjustments a bit more, but you know, new pack, trying out some new stuff today, and I've got to, I brought a chair, even though when you have a hammock like this you don't necessarily need a chair. We'll play around with that because the ground is awful saturated, and I just grabbed that backpacking chair before I left, but the legs of it are just going to sink up in this mud, so we might actually just set it up and use it kind of as a table to keep some things off of the ground. Okay, so now tonight it should only be getting down to about 30 degrees, but I went ahead and brought the Vertex sleeping bag, since it does have that waterproof outer, just in case we needed it. I didn't want to have to, risk running into any issues. Trying out a new 28-liter Tasmanian Tiger pack. I forget the exact model name, but it's a 28-liter version. Trying out a new Hydro Pack water bladder system with it, which, is not something I tend to use all the time. But that worked great, minus our hammock shelter system here. I was able to take and fit everything just fine. Go ahead and get some things situated, that way we don't have to worry about them falling onto the ground while we're moving around, like our sleeping pad. And might even get the sleeping bag out here in a second, just to go ahead and get it out, even if it kind of gets pushed to the end. And then when I first got here, I took and went along and adjusted the tension straps, because those had stretched over time like any fabric will. But the way this thing is laying feels phenomenal, and so we can definitely get this situated in a very nice fashion. It just feels like the tension needs to be brought up on the bottom right hand side a bit, because it's going to lean downhill. But this will be good. Nothing like a hot cup of coffee on a cool rainy day. And then one thing that probably stands out, looks a little bit different. This is I believe this is a grenade pouch. This is a pouch that I got from a One Thief surplus, but it is the perfect size to holster a headlamp. So that's what I've been keeping in there, just for quick access, because you never know this time of year if you just go out for a short little scout or hike or something, as quickly as it gets dark, when you might need to just make sure you have your headlamp on you. Oh, and then our two meal options are Papa's Carne Guisada or unstuffed pepper soup. So I am going to probably do a little bit of eeny, meeny, miny, mo between these two, and then we'll get the stove set back up and get some water boiling. And I decided I'm going to be trying this Poppy's Carne. It is getting a wee bit breezy, but that right there is what it's looking like, which seems like very, very fresh, freeze-dried food. The water is almost to a boil. There we go. Still got a lot of rehydrating to do. But I did 10 out of the 8 ounces for this one. just going off of what the way the other one was. So seal this up and let it do its thing. Alrighty, well that should have been plenty long enough. Oh yeah, that rehydrated perfect, just like the other one. Since I have my spice kit with me, I am gonna throw some Old Bay in there for mine, because Old Bay and beef, Old Bay and chicken and all that just are made to go together. But that is very juicy, very flavorful. So now we just got the pepper soup left to try. I'm glad we got that water and everything heated right before the wind started to pick up. Oh yeah, that's even better. Alright guys, so the rain for sure has returned. It feels pretty good right now. I mean, it is cool just having this Wind Rider shirt on, but I've got my wool Appalachian Gear hoodie, and I'm going to keep it tucked in my sleeping bag, so I'll have it for in the morning. Since I've been able to just take and like sit and chill around here when I eat my food and everything, my pants are completely dry, so I will keep those on. You know, the boots, they're wet, but they're waterproof, so my feet are dry. I've been rocking the inside the waistband holster, so it can just go in this pocket up front here. And just keeping these right outside here underneath my hammock. Part of the reason why I want to leave my pants on, if they was still like really damp, then I wouldn't, but you know, whenever I get up and go pee in the middle of the night, it's easier to just, you know, already have my pants on. This bag is more than enough. Like if anything will be too much for the temp, if it's just getting down to 30. I'm going to try to get zipped in here and situated. And then I'll switch this thing over to the red lights for a bit. Oh yeah, that right there guys is nothing but cozy, so I'm just going to chill out and get comfortable, and I'll talk to you fine individuals in the morning. Good morning guys, hopefully that mesh ain't too much in the way. Right now it's a drizzling a little bit compared to a bit of that heavy rain that we was getting last night, but I can hear I know we got some crows out. We got some crows out this morning going about their business. Yeah, no leaks. I don't really think we run into any condensation either. Surprisingly, having a bit of that other tarp kind of underneath, but where I changed up the configuration later on and made it more just a straight up lean-to. I think that resolved most of any of the issues, but very cozy, comfortable. You know, we slept on this with just having this foam pad, and then having that sway from like that a little bit of sway from the hammock, you know, really comfortable. Sleeping bag was too much. I mean, I pretty much just slept with it open the whole time, except for, you know, keeping my feet and everything tucked into it. But it was nice having it to where it would hold my pillow in place, and didn't have to worry about it, you know, sliding down and around all inside of my sleeping bag or just inside the hammock. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure the straps have stretched a little bit since last night, but still feels very, very stable. I'm thinking I'm going to leave it. I'm sorry about that mesh stuff. I think about still leaving it because, one, I don't want to have to screw with packing it up wet. I am going to obviously take that expensive tarp with me, but I don't know. I'm just curious to see how this thing continues to do left up in this type of environment. I ain't going to leave it here forever because I want to be able to use this this flat lay hammock a bit whenever summer rolls back around. But this will probably be the last camp out that we do with this hammock right now, because it is time to you know, get to our bushcrafts, and then we still got hot tent stuff to enjoy. Just, I thought this would be a good rainy weather trip, and it was. So guys, that is going to do it for this one. As always, really appreciate taking time to watch the video. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys the good old outdoor activities. If you're interested in the gear, I will try to link to it below. And with all that said, until the next one, adios.